Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the semi-final of the Fan League Cup. It is Creators FC versus Full Time Devils, with plenty of familiar faces and more penalty drama than you can possibly handle. It's semi-final number 1 of the Fan League Cup. But without further ado, let's jump into the most important decision of the day so far. Who's going to wear bibs? As you can see, there is a little bit of a kit clash, and neither of us have brought our away kits / have an away kit. So one of us is going to have to wear bibs, and there's going to be a coin toss for it. And as you can see, it's Creators who came out on top in their very first decision, with Full Time Devils having to rock the bibs. So let's just jump straight in to the starting lineup, where we have got a goalkeeper hero from the first game, Liam in goal. It's an unchanged team, so still a defence of Rob Homeless Penguin, myself, Ad and Chris Knight. A midfield unchanged of Jack 54 on one wing, Omar on another, George, Sean and Aaron in centre mid, and assistant and goal scoring hero Dan Mundy still up top. So it's into the first half. We do go. Bit of a false start from Full Time Devils, but we get things underway. I should mention as well, all of this wouldn't be possible without Fan Leagues. Make sure you go and check out their app. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. It launches before the new football season. You can predict the results of the new football season to win big prizes. So go and check them out, get involved, and get that downloaded when it does come out. And of course, make sure you subscribe to Ball Street as well. That is the home of the Fan League Cup for all the other information. The post-match show, which will be live an hour after this game goes up, 5 PM, so go and check that out live. Loads of other good clips, funny bits and stuff like that. And of course, by subscribing to them and downloading the app, you can win yourself 2 tickets to any Premier League game next season of your choice. So make sure you do both of them things to enter. Deep into the first half already then. It has been very, very cagey. If this was on Match of the Day, it would absolutely be last at the moment. One of them 5-minute highlight jobs so far. We're in the 17th minute, the 18th minute. It's only 20-minute halves because we're playing all 3 games of the tournament on one day. And there still hasn't really been a decent chance for either team, if I'm being honest. You've seen that little highlight at the start from Liam where he got whipped across the front and he just came out and caught it. And George Chambers with the first sight of goal for Creators in the 18th minute. That is about as close as either team has come to scoring. So we're going to have a little replay of it, but even that was a good foot or so over the bar and not very close to going in at all. So then, that was all she wrote in the first half. A very cagey first half. Full Time Devils definitely pinched it on the possession, dominating most of the possession, but a lot of it was just passed around in their half. Only really one clear sight of goal for either team. A couple of balls whipped into the box dangerously, as you've seen one of them, but most of the time, and if all of the time, there wasn't a decent chance. We just picked up by Liam or cleared away by our defender. So a very, very quiet first half. No real chances, like I said, for either team. Mostly just a lot of Andy Tate shouting nonsense from the sideline. And hang on, isn't that cheeky sport Dave that we knocked out in the first round now playing for Full Time Devils? Some questions about ringers to be had, but with a dead first half, there's only one thing that can inspire some entertainment in this game, and that is an Andy Tate team talk.
Just push more, just push more. Bit more penetration up front. You got him by the here. Just finish him off. Put these little YouTube down, assist out of the way.
Some absolutely quality tactical analysis from Andy Tate there. More swear words and insults than substance, but let's see if it can be the difference in the second half. We've made the change as well. We have brought on James Zhao at right back for Rob Homeless Penguin. So let's see if he can keep it solid at the back for Creators. So only a minute into the second half, and I have to throw this bit in just to give me, this was my personal highlight of this game. Pick the wall up here, dink it through his legs and get absolutely crunched. That summed up my involvement in this game. Bit of a painful one, but nothing a hand from Jack 54 cannot sort out. So the first actual proper chance coming in the 23rd minute. So a lot more action already in the second half. More action in the first 3 minutes of the second half than there was in the entirety of the first. Bit of an awful corner, took down beautifully by Sean O'Rourke, whipped into the box. Adam's got a free header, and he's put it wide. Absolutely fuming himself as we take another look at this. He's found all the space in the box. He's tried to get his neck around it, and he just couldn't swing it back on target, unfortunately. So we skip forward to the 25th minute, where this time it is Full Time Devils coming in with the long throw set pieces. It's whipped into the box. The referee's whistle's gone. And he's given a penalty to full-time Devils. I'm not really too sure what has happened. There was some unbelievably questionable decisions by this referee. I haven't spent all day putting in all the highlights of this ref making terrible calls, but let's take another look at it from this corner. You can see it's for the Adam on the big lads. It looks totally innocuous there. Is this another one of them refereeing decisions that he just really hasn't got a clue what's going on? Again, it didn't look like much. Can we get a third and final angle to put this to bed? Let's have a look. It's ref cam. Oh, he's grabbed hold of a shirt. That's a really good decision by the referee to spot that. Bit of a soft penalty, but a penalty none the same. And it's the big lad stepping up to take it himself as well. And it's saved by Liam Traynor. This lad is literally unbeatable in this tournament. Keeping it 0-0 in a 25th minute of the second half. Let's have another look at that penalty, because that was absolutely insane. It didn't look like a bad penalty. It's not, he's put his foot through it, he's put it in the corner, but Liam's guessed right and read him and got down early to get his hand to it. What an insane save. Let's have another look. He goes early, he gets his hand to it, pushes it around the post and keeps it at 0-0. So the half quietens up again and we're into the 33rd minute now before we see another chance. It's whipped in between the big lads there. Oh, we'll be kicking himself. That was his chance to make amends. Let's have another look at this. Whipped back in. This is the chance. Missing the penalty. Put this in the back of the net and no one cares. But he couldn't get his foot on it. 4 minutes to go then in the second half. It's whipped in by full-time Devils. It's nodded down. Just a foot in from Ads and Sean as well. Sean back in again. It's battling. It's ricocheting around. But Ads in there again and gives it off once again to Sean. Turns inside nicely. Lays it off to Dan Mundy. Lays it through to Jack 54. He's bombing down the line. Has he got the pace to get all the way into the box? He's into the box. He's one-on-one. He's skied it over the bar and he's absolutely devastated with himself. That was the big chance of the game. From open play at least. That was the one that should have gone in. Let's have another look at this. Oh, it's just bobbled up as he's hit it and he's got underneath it. It wasn't straight at the corner, but I don't think the keeper has stood a chance from that range. But it's bounced up as he puts his foot through it. And he skied it over the bar. So, 10 seconds left in the second half. Can Craters pull something big out of the bag? It's launched into the box. A huge throw from Adam. And he's blowing the whistle as I'm taking it down on the box. I'm not too sure about that. Should have maybe let the phase of play finish. Maybe I wouldn't have created anything from it. Anyway, but that is the end of the second half, and it's to penalties with the rules of the tournament. No extra time, straight to penalties. So Aaron Harding, the man to step up to take Craters FC's first penalty of the tournament, first penalty of the shootout after losing the toss. Bit of a dodgy penalty spot, you can see it's been relayed, but at least we are on 3G, unlike in the quarter final. What can Aaron do from the spot? He sinks it top bins beautifully. 1-0 to Craters FC in the shootout. Penalty number 2 then, and the ref is coming to interfere with the placement of the ball on the dodgy spot. I'm not really sure what's going on. I think the full-time Devils penalty taker was trying to place it off the spot to the right-hand side, but the ref made sure the ball was hovering over. Bit of a weird one. And potentially put him off as well, with Liam guessing right. Maybe that got in the guy's head with the ref coming over to fiddle about with the ball for him. But, oh, the ref's back. Sean O'Rourke stepped up and the ref's back once again placing the ball for people. I'm not really sure why. I told you there were some questionable decisions. It is a dodgy penalty spot, but I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't get inside Sean's head like it got inside the full-time Devils head. Let's see if we can go 2-0 up in the penalty shootout. Yes, we can. Sean gives the goalie the eyes, and that's a solid 2-0 to Craters FC. Beautiful stuff. Once again, the ref is involved. I'm not sure what's going on here, but that lad's not even wearing a kit. Has he been drafted in just to take a penalty? Maybe after that penalty. That was a solid penalty. He hasn't got on a full-time Devils shirt. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe Dave borrowed it because he had a Cheeky Sport kit on before. Either way, I'm not sure. But it's Omar Shraffordin to step up. 2-1. Going into penalty number 3 from both sides. Can Omar make it 3-1 and keep the pressure on full-time Devils? Oh, yes, he can. Slotted beautifully down the middle. And that is a happy man. He's never been more happy in his life. Beautiful stuff, Omar. Okay. He's placed the ball himself. A step back. He's got to slot this to keep the pressure on Craters to score their next penalty. Lovely long run up. And he's ballooned it wide. Just step up and put your foot through it, mate. You don't need any of that Neymar rubbish. He's absolutely gutted. Another penalty not saved. Another penalty missed or not scored by full-time Devils. And Liam didn't have a thing to do with that one. So George Chambers for the win to go into the final to make it 4-1. Oh, it's a beautiful save by Bradley Lingol. Pushed it onto the post. And George is absolutely devastated. It's still close. It's still 3-1. Full-time Devils have got to score this to make it 3-2 and stay in the game. It's Sam Homewood, one of Full-time Devils' main men, to step up and keep them in the tournament, keep them in the cup, keep them in the hunt for the final. Craters FC going through 3-1 then to the final of the Fan League Cup. There was Cheeky Sport Dave, so I can't say I have much sympathy for him, especially after that team talk from Andy Tate as well. It was a good win. It was a hard-fought win. I feel like we've got to have another look at that Sam Homewood penalty, the one that sealed the fate of Full-time Devils. Let's have another little look at this. He's just gone for the Panenka, and he just hasn't Panenka it at the goal. Another look from behind. It looks beautiful, but when it floats by like that, you're just gutted. Let's hear what his manager's got to say about it.
Hello, I'm Ian McIntosh here at the Fan League Cup in London, and our hearts go out right now to Steve, manager of the Full-time Devils, eliminated in the semi-finals on penalty. Steve, mate, what happened?
I actually couldn't tell you. I don't know how we didn't win the game. We obviously had the penalty shout in the 90 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever it was, and it was a great save from the keeper.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It wasn't in that savable zone that you usually see penalties missed from. I got no problem with James missing it. It was in the corner. Keeper pulled out a banging save. It might have been a what ifs and a who could have done what in it at the end of the day. Like I said, at the end of the last game, I was delighted to come here and get a win. Ultimately, we're here to have a laugh. I think we've done that.
I mean, it's been noticeable throughout the spirit in this team. There's not going to be any recriminations for those who miss the penalty.
No, we're laughing about it. Like we said, we don't take this seriously. This isn't the end of the world for us. It was a laugh. It was a good chance to come out and kick about with all the lads, and we've had a good time here despite not getting through to the final, which I thought we could have actually done, because the opposition, I actually think, wasn't as good as us today.
I'm Ian McIntosh at the Fan League Cup in London, and what a semi-final we've just seen. After 40 minutes of utter deadlock, it's Creators FC, managed by Andy here, who go through to the final on penalties.
On penalties.
Your heart must have been in your arse.
I was just praying that I didn't have to take one myself, I'm not going to lie.
Were you down on the list?
I wasn't in the actual list, but I knew if it went all 5 people and someone else had to volunteer, I can't stand there and not take it. I can't be like, come on boys. So I've got to put my
But of course, it might not
balls
even
on the
have
line,
got to that, but for an outstanding save from your goalkeeper when the Full-time Devils had a penalty.
And then a save in the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
And some of the saves in the first game, and
Let's be honest,
he's just
not
been
going to have to buy a drink tonight, is he?
unreal, and definitely not, 100% not.
But
We're going to have to buy him a contract, I think, to get him to stick around. He's incredible.
That was a tough game to play in. It's really hot out there, and you've barely got a break before the final. Have you got anything left in the tanks for this?
Just got to go for it, haven't you? Fingers crossed they're just going to be...
Are we going to see wholesale changes to the team, rotating subs, or...
We've only got 2 subs.
You really only
We've only got 2 subs. And one of the lads up front has got the fattest blister. His socks are white, but they're now red. So... we'll have to see.
We've had many casualties today. That sounds like the most ewish.
Yeah.
When it comes to the pre-match talk, any Everton managers you're going to invoke? You know, will we get a bit Howard Kendall?
I think we've been having a bit of Moisey today, I'm not going to lie. Set it up solid, don't concede, and let's bag a 1-0.
Yeah, they weren't very complimentary about you, the Full-time Devils. They thought they should have taken you in normal time.
I mean, if they could take the penalties, maybe they would have, but Jack's chance was absolutely quality, wasn't it? If he'd put that away, that would have been deserving of winning the game 100%, so well, is what it is.
Congratulations and good luck in the final.
Thank you very much.
That is what the managers think then. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Comment down below who is your man of the match. If you enjoyed this, please do drop a like. Go and check out Ball Street's channel and the Fan League app down in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.